All right, and this is Matthew Boyle here for Breitbart News. I'm here with Joe Scarborough of Morning Joe on MSNBC.
Yeah.
Joe, can you, there's got to be like anywhere from 10 to 20,000 conservative activists from all around the country here. What are your thoughts on CPAC and why? And how big of a deal is this event?
There have been a lot of years at CPAC leading into elections have been sleepers. This isn't one of those years. I mean, it's exciting. You don't just have an establishment candidate and a lot of other people that have no shot. You've got 4, 5, 6 people that actually have a good shot of winning right now, and I think that's why a lot of people are excited to see how Jeb Bush fares, because a lot of people in the establishment are just presuming he's going to win. Scott Walker came in yesterday and blew him away, and I got so excited I said I have to go down, and I put on my Breitbart orange. What do you think about this?
Breitbart orange, I love it. It matches. It matches absolutely.
Yeah.
So Joe, what are you looking for? As an anchor of MSNBC, as a conservative, as a Republican, what are you looking for in a potential presidential candidate?
Well, I'll just talk about personally what I'm looking for. Over the past 20 years, I got into Congress in '94. Over the past 20 years, we talk a really good game, and then when we get in power, we saw it in Congress. We spent way too much money. That's why I love Newt, but that's why we had to run him out of town. George W. Bush got elected. I thought we had a monopoly of power in Washington with small government conservatives. That's how we campaigned, and we ran up the biggest deficit, the biggest debt ever. I'm looking for somebody that will be conservative, a small government conservative ideologically, but also moderate temperamentally. Somebody like Scott Walker. We can't just win in districts that I would win 80% in. We got to be able to win in Wisconsin. We've got to be able to be competitive in Pennsylvania. We've got to be able to win in Ohio. Everybody thinks that Mitt Romney lost so badly last year that somehow the tides turned against us forever. We win Florida, we win Virginia, we win Ohio, and then we're 3 or 4 electoral votes away from winning. We just need somebody that can win outside of the Deep South and win outside of our base. And I think somebody like Scott Walker, and there's quite a few others. Rand Paul is an exciting guy. Jeb Bush, we'll see if Jeb's the conservative that I knew back when he was governor or not.
And now, speaking of Jeb Bush, there's a lot of expectations coming into this event for him. Do you think he's going to be able to deliver to the conservative base? And if he doesn't have that conservative base, if he does win the nomination, can he win the election without the conservative base?
No, he can't win the election without the conservative base, because if he gets elected running against the conservative base, then we've seen what's happened. It happened with Bob Dole in '96. It happened, with John McCain in 2008. It happened in 2012 with Mitt Romney. And, you can go back to '76. It happened with Gerald Ford. Republicans win the White House when they have a conservative that can appeal to swing voters. Ronald Reagan did it. Richard Nixon did it before him, and George W. Bush did it.
All right. Again, folks, this is Matthew Boyle here for Breitbart News. My guest here has been Joe Scarborough of Morning Joe on MSNBC. Thank you so much, Joe.
All right, man. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.